Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to do another one of these little car vlogs because I like just spending this time being able to answer questions and talk to everyone and updates. So I'm currently on my way with my mom to go get coffee because I've been slowly phasing out Red Bull. It's not going to fully go, but people have been noticing in my videos I've been drinking more kind of coffees and stuff. So yes, that is like something that I'm like trying to drink less Red Bull. I'll never be able to completely cut it out just because coffee to me is something that makes me very jittery and stuff where Red Bull doesn't, so I'm gonna need to like keep working on it. But I asked on all my different social medias, YouTube community, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything, Snapchat as well, to send me questions, and a lot of people did. So I've chosen some questions that I think I can answer, and let's get into it. Emily said, how did you handle exam seasons? So the last exam season I had was GCSEs. I didn't stay on to do my A-levels. Well, I stayed on for like an hour to do them, but then I went on to my media college. But for GCSEs, for me, I took them very seriously, and I think that really took a toll on my mental health. But the thing about revising for any exams, in my opinion, is being able to prioritize a lot of different things at one time. For me, I struggle with doing that, which is why I was never good at doing exams. I was always good at doing coursework, which is why I'm like succeeding in my course now, because it's all coursework. But whenever I was in secondary school and I had to do exams, doing exams for me was very stressful, and I find it really frustrating if I was revising for even 5 minutes and I didn't remember anything. I started getting super paranoid that I was gonna fail and everything. Then that mindset would then make me not do well in the actual exam because I'd be panicking and I would lose all my time. So normally during exam season I am very stressed, but looking back on it I realized that I could have just been like, calm down, you'll be okay, you'll get through it. And whenever I was doing my GCSE exams, which if people don't know what that means, it's basically, GCSEs is an exam that you do for every single subject that you've been studying for years, and it's like that one exam is kind of like whether you're good or not at the subject, a lot of pressure. And from there you can either go on to either like a college, or you can go and do your A-levels, which are a higher version of those exams. So a lot of pressure, and whenever you put that on yourself, it's like, but I remember whenever I was doing my GCSEs, everyone was like, you know, just, we've been through it, chill out, you'll get through it, and like that. And I'd be like, these bitches, like, they don't understand like the pressure I'm going through right now. And I think everyone literally goes through that same pressure. Some people at a higher degree than others. I remember people in my class were like, yeah, this is nothing, I just show up and do them. And there's also a lot of exams you do GCSE period, and they're all in a really short amount of time. And one thing I always say is I always would do a bunch of my GCSEs with no sleep, because I would pull all-nighters to revise. Even though I was revising days before and weeks before or whatever, it was just, I felt if I didn't pull an all-nighter I was setting myself up for failure, which is ironic because doing an all-nighter set me up for failure. So that would be my one piece of advice, is do not pull all-nighters. Like, sleep is very important whenever it comes to that, and I know I'm not like the best advocate for that, but you know what, we'll take it. And the funniest thing was, the 2 exams that I got the highest on, like A stars, were 2 exams that I did on an all-nighter. So I went to the Mariah Carey concert in May, and then the next day I had 2 very important exams. So I knew that I was gonna have no problem throughout these exams, and so we were in Dublin for the concert. Now, best day ever of my life, like top tier, love Mariah, it was incredible. So I went to that concert and we finished up around maybe like midnight or something, and then we were driving back in the car, and by the time we got back into the house I thought, you know, it's not worth my while going to sleep, so I stayed up and revised more for my exams. Then like an hour later I went in and did both exams, and you know what, I was running on Red Bull, but I got A stars in both of them exams. So I think that's like, that's my best achievement to date. So a good night's rest and water, I would say, to prepare for exams. But I know your question was, how do I handle exams? I don't. I just cave in, pressure, a lot of crying, a lot of breakdowns. Someone said, have you ever had an experience with a ghost? So I have a video on my channel. I was in London earlier this year, and we were in a house that had a lot of stories attached to it. And on the final night, me and my friends went ghost hunting, or whatever you want to call it. We were just actively being like, hey, we know you're here, if you want to interact with us you can, not in like a weird way or anything. And then the door started creaking and doors started like slamming shut. So watching that video back now for me is so terrifying. And I remember in that moment it was so scary because I was also away from home. I was like, oh my god, I can't go even into my own bed after this, like I have to stay in this house. So I would say that would be like one of my only times, but a lot of people I know, and especially like my mom and brother, always say that they have experiences with stuff. But for me, not really, but don't know. Annie said, what's your favorite and least part about doing YouTube? Love your videos. Thank you so much. My favorite part is being creative and being able to interact with an audience after. My least favorite part is the waiting. Whenever you do videos, there's multiple different sections that you have to wait for. Importing your footage takes hours, and then whenever you're exporting it, so after you've edited it and it's going into a final file, that takes hours as well. Uploading it, a long time, and after that, when you upload it onto YouTube have to accept it for ads, and if they don't accept it, they don't push it. It's kind of like they think it's limited for ads and it's inappropriate or something, so then you have to wait again another 20 minutes to 1 hour for them to approve it. And so if they don't approve it, there's no real point in uploading it, because it's not only like they're not putting ads on it, because they deem it as inappropriate, they won't push it. So no one will really see it, and even people who have your notifications on will probably not be alerted of it. So my least favorite part is definitely the waiting around, but my favorite part is everything else. Okay, so we're just in Starbucks there now, and I got a cold brew. Now cold brew always really wakes me up, but we're gonna go to shops now and then go back, because I want to see if they can do the James Charles pink drink for me. Not to be so basic and like white bitch, but like the thing is as well that you Americans don't understand is everyone's like, can you get this drink, can you get this drink, and show us in a video your reaction. They don't do a lot of those drinks for us over here in Derry, so we need to like say the entire recipe for them, so that's an issue. So I'm gonna see in a second if they can do that for me, but I honestly don't know. Like, I called my friend Emma and I was like, girl, do they do these ones for you? And she said, I showed them a picture and was like, can you make this? And they were like, no. So our menu over here, even though there's a secret menu for Starbucks, they don't do anything like that. So I'm gonna try in a second, and let's pray for success, but I don't think so. Okay, well, that was a fail. So I went in and I didn't go up and ask for the pink drink, because I've seen so many people have gone up and in Starbucks have been like, can I have the pinkity drinkity? Because that's what James Charles calls it, or they asked for the James Charles drink. So I knew not to do that, so I looked up what the actual like ingredient or whatever what it was called, and it was like the strawberry acai refresher, and they didn't have that. So he said something about the sugar laws or something, which is understandable because over here we don't do drinks that are so high sugar, whereas Americans do. So calling y'all out. So instead I just got a vanilla iced latte, so that's gonna have to do. I'm so sorry for the disappointment, but it's not our fault we don't rely on that high sugar. It's ironic, me drinking Red Bull. We're just gonna pretend together that I'm drinking the pink drink, right? And it's gonna be like a moment. It's really good. I still need to mix it though, hold on. It looks so messy after you mix it though. Okay, I wanna say something because I wanna make this very clear. So, I know that I'm probably gonna have a lot of comments from people being like, why are you not focusing on the road? Because in my last video where I was in the car and I was reading through tweets and stuff, people were like, we're so happy that you're responding to our comment, but please focus on driving. Y'all, I am 17. It's only legal for me to start driving this year, and I don't drive. I don't have my license. My mom is driving. I'm not responsible for that. So if you think that I'm reading your comments, drinking a drink, and driving at the same time while holding my camera, that's some talent. So I just want you to know, I'm doing none of those things. So because our wheel is on a different side than yours as well, I mean, ours is the right way, Americans isn't, but it's a conversation for the next day. So ours is on the right side of the car while yours is on the left. So everyone is seeing me on the left side of the car right now and thinking that I'm literally just not, I don't have no Tesla. This isn't no autopilot car. So I just want you to know, paying attention to the road is very important, and I'm not driving. So mind your own business. I know everyone's doing it from like a really nice point of view, but just know that I don't have a license. Hi, so I'm back. I'm gonna answer some more questions. I literally just yawned and I thought to myself, I just gave you 2 coffees. Why are you yawning? So I thought I would answer a few questions before signing off. So my best friend Aoife, hi Aoife, I miss you, said, do you feel any pressure from your channel growing so fast? I always put a lot of pressure on myself. I've always put pressure on myself. That's why I make myself work so hard. It's not always the best for me, but I do always have that internalized pressure within myself to work harder and never give up and strive for the best that I can be. So yes, there is a big pressure, but it's not pressure from anyone putting it on me or anyone expecting anything of me. It's actually my audience being like, hey, like chill out for a second. I more so put that pressure on myself, and the bigger my channel has gotten, of course, that pressure within me has gotten heavier. So But that's on me, and that's something I have to learn to deal with. Rune said, do you keep an eye out for Selena? I do. I always just have one looking out for her. DarXY said, how do you feel knowing you put a smile on so many people's faces, me being one of them? Well, I just make videos as if I'm talking to my friends. I think that's always been my aim. So if I'm able to put a smile on people's face in the process of doing that, then that's top tier. So thank you for that comment. That whenever I saw that come through, it made me smile, so I appreciate that. Yolanda said, have you ever thought that our life is a lie and everything that we've seen is just a simulation? If I think about it long enough, I would start crying, so I'm not going to do that. Oh my god, also, I watched a video last night. It popped up randomly on my YouTube and I watched it and I told 4 of my friends about it, then I told my brother about it and I was like, you need to watch this, and then we all talked about it after. It was like, what will happen to our universe? This is completely off topic, but I just want to tell you, the video was so good, it went year by year saying what will happen. The video is 20 minutes long, and within the first like 28 seconds, humans are no longer able to live anymore. And it was saying about like black holes, and then black holes getting ate by other black holes, and then whenever it gets to a certain stage, there is some sort of thing with the energy that there can no longer be any more activity within any universe. And it was so terrifying to watch, but so interesting and fascinating, and it opened up a conversation between me and my friends. Like, it's so weird to think that Earth is so big, but in the grand scheme of things, we really have no impact whatsoever, and especially us as humans. So, sorry not to take it to that place, but that video was really interesting. I think space is so fascinating. That was one of the few things I actually paid attention for in science in school. So I got a new case here. It's a clear one. I had another clear one, but it was so dirty looking. It has a little sticker here that says still growing. Now, Anna sent this to me. Anna and I met on Omegle. She is a viewer of my channel and we became friends through it. Like, we text all the time and she's just the sweetest person ever. She is a nurse. She's so talented and so clever, and I love her. Whenever I was going through a really rough period this year, she sent me this big care package of a really sweet letter and a bunch of these stickers, which I now have always in the back of my phone. Still growing, you know what? Because I'm still growing, you're still growing. So Anna, if you're watching, I love you and I really appreciate that. And it's always on the back of my phone, so. Okay, there's a bunch of questions here, but y'all love asking questions that I've already answered, so what I'm gonna do is end this off here. So if you enjoy these little vlog style videos where they really don't have any purpose, but I answer a bunch of questions, let me know. I love you, I will see you in my next video, and if you wanna leave comments below about questions that I'll answer in my next one, let me know. So I will see you, bye, love you, peace.